Value with pumpkins. One thing you can do is practice arranging markers or crayons or pencils in value order from lightest to darkest and get a feel for what a factory puts out for value. But you as an artist can create your own value. I'm going to do most of the work with just a plain orange crayon. I'll use a value scale up at the top here to kind of practice and see what I can get out of this one crayon by just changing the pressure of my hand. I'll go back to my second square, make it a little bit darker, and take that all the way across. My third square a little bit darker. My fourth, I'm going to press harder, and I'm leaving a little bit of strength for my last one where I'll press the hardest. And I should see a nice range of values. So for the first pumpkin, you can try making the front of the pumpkin the lightest part. And I usually start by coloring the whole object lightly with my lightest color or my lightest pressure. Then I can go in and I can start to press a little bit harder in the second section on either side of the front. And I just need to remember that I need to leave some strength to press even harder in the back. So the more you practice, the better you get at judging how hard you're pressing with the crayon. And what am I going to do with the two little lumps in the very back? Well, I think I'll just make them super orange. And I can kind of see a front to back. Now on this one, I'm going to pretend that the light is coming from one side of my pumpkin. So I'll go all over the pumpkin again in my basic light crayon pressure. I'll leave that one section to the right just white. And now I'll start in the middle and I'll start to press a little bit harder. And kind of like I did in the one above, the further to the left I get, the harder I'm going to press. And again, I'll make things kind of dark in the background, but you see I left that one section completely white. That's light coming from the right. Down at this last one, I'm going to show you how to make the light come from the top by using value. So I'm going to use my orange crayon and I'm going to lightly color from the bottom up, and I might leave the very tops of those pumpkin sections white just for a little highlight. Now with the same crayon, I'm going to press harder, and I started about a third of the way down, and I'll keep that pressure firm, and now I'm going to press super hard down near the bottom. And that shows me that the light's on the top of my pumpkin. Now, just using the orange, I can kind of create that illusion, but why not add to it? I'll take some red and I'll just do a little bit of red over top of the midsection of my orange, just to kind of make it look richer. I'll pull that down to the bottom a little bit, and then I'll get a brown crayon and I will go in on the very bottom and do a little bit of brown in the part of the pumpkin that would be in the shadow. And my brown doesn't seem to be doing a lot on top of this orange. I think I'd be better off using some black. I will take care of my stem right now though. I can make my stem dark near the bottom and light near the top. And I'm going to look around and see if I can find that black crayon. And I'm just going to go along the very bottom. So we're all taking a minute to look at these pumpkins while I find my black crayon. Looks like I found it. And I'm just going to go from the bottom. I'm not going to press too hard, but just right along those lines on the bottom. I'll press that black and let it come up a little bit into that pumpkin. That is a pretty nice looking pumpkin with some value. So try the pumpkins on the right hand side of the sheet and see what happens when you do it. Good luck!